Chat, we are back with another match day D1 season for Quest to Glory winding down, people. I'm here today with my brothers, Junie, always returning for another stream, and of course our latest broadcast guest, Sai himself.
Yo, it's good.
It's
Good.
W side in the building.
We've been plotting some things for season 2, so stay tuned. If you're not hip, Super League is normally would be on a Wednesday night, but that's actually the league phase has finished. If you missed that exclamation Super League to see that top 8, the rest of the teams will go in Monday for a play-in game for that opportunity to make it to the round of 16. So we'll see how competitive, and we already know Super League's been really entertaining. So we're just tuned in right now with Underdogs and Guachaman FC. Two teams kind of at the midpoint of the table right now, but Underdogs 11th place, 50 points. Guachaman 13th place, 36 points. Road to Glory versus Icon 11, currently 12 minutes in.
Go 2-1 to Icon. I think RTG wins.
And just like that, Icon
And
does look like they have an opportunity.
I spoke and look what happened.
Yeah, it's side jinxed them.
Hold on, wait.
Was he off? Nah, he was.
Oh my god, it's 1-1. They're back.
Okay,
Wow.
well,
That fast.
come on now.
They're back.
Come on now, 1-1. So, like I said, I could.
7 scores on Pote. GK versus GK. RTG is now up. What a goal. Pote dove the wrong way. That was really, really bad from him. I guess he guessed your post. That is really bad. Unlucky.
Making the op goalkeeper look like a real player in the field.
We go to Chill Guys, currently up against No Hard Feelings. Another, top team matchup, currently 0-0.
Unfortunately, goalkeeper saved it. However, the defender right here on net. No hard feelings up on that. Like 12 minutes.
Unlucky.
Yeah, Clifford kind of just unsure right there. I don't know if he truly wanted to go for it there or just animated too. But No Hard Feelings do take that early goal in a very important matchup, especially with Chill Guys currently in first place.
It's just trying. I think they just sealed the deal here. They scored again. And the ball movement, I mean, there's the downside of playing a high press. If there's a good midfielder, I think the captain Scotty, who makes some brilliant pass in the midfield. If there's a guy in the midfield that can make those Kevin De Bruyne type passes and absolutely break the press, I mean, they leave the defense exposed.
Switch over to this Impact LA United because it does look like it's finally kicking off. So
Majisco and Holic still has not started yet.
Majisco has the bad servers for sure. They gave
definitely.
Whoa, and this game's starting off very entertaining. LA United getting it early counterattack. We cut into another 1-0 actually. Impact FC up 1-0 on LA United. Big result as of now for Impact FC. We know Chill Guys just won and basically got the first round forfeit. So again, those are essentially the teams they're competing with or around them.
Excuse me.
Josh is going down line as a CV.
What a...
Love to see it.
Oh my gosh. A big turn of events there. We see a goal line clearance by the center back there, and then LA United finds the rebound off of it, able to make it 1-1. Got an interview with Ronnie himself from Mythic. How you doing, Ronnie?
Yes, sir.
Just sitting pretty in fourth place off of forfeits. How are you feeling, Gunji?
It hurts more than what it does good. The reason why I say it hurts is because we do so good against the big teams, but when it comes to the teams that I feel like we should comfortably be winning, we troll. The only thing that I think about is when we lost to Nesty and Guachiman. Honestly, knowing that if we had gotten those 2 wins, where we would possibly be at right now.
True.
Like that game against Nesty, we were winning 2-0. We all started laughing and trolling, and the next thing you know, the last 10 minutes, they banged 3 goals, and we sold the game. Knowing where we could have been at, it hurts.
For
I can't lie.
What do you guys think? How you guys think you're gonna do? Do you guys think you have a really great chance of winning
Yeah,
it all?
side
Taking it
cooking on the
to the finals?
broadcast. Let me stop.
I feel like we'll make it far.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, to be real with ourselves, there's a few things that we do that would cost us in a playoff game, but I feel confident enough to make it far.
Definitely looking forward to watching your team for the rest of the season and what you guys do for the future. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Missed anything yet on the game? And again, we get an extra bonus fixture in the night, despite the Super League not happening. Scheduled match from earlier. Impact FC, again, I still think they have a match at hand, though. Not sure where it is.
Matchwk really holding up against a really good team like Impact. It's really great for them.
I mean, again, we've seen this plenty of times throughout the season side. It's really interesting. I mean, I think Ronnie kind of spoke on it. It's just a mentality thing. I think some of these teams know when they're playing better. Most of them know. They play against these teams in other competitions, other servers, so they know who the top teams are and when to actually focus on the game. And then, you know, you see a team you don't know or you're expected to beat, you might not be as focused, right? And that's what it just comes down to.
Oh my God, this could be a goal here. Could be a penalty.
Ooh.
Oh, he hit the post.
That was close.
The goalkeeper was nowhere in
Whoa.
net. The goalkeeper scored himself in the net. They could have just shot anywhere inside.
He made a save there or hit the post? I would like to
see. Words by the captain Elmer. Fuck them. They lost the league. Fuck them.
I mean, they dropped. Yo, think about that. Hey, think about that. 2 ties today, while all your the teams around you are picking up dubs. I think that we may have seen Impact potentially drop the league today. Again, I'm not trying to hate or jinx anyone, but I think we may have seen it. Yo.
What?
School has said I will not be tolerating these guys. This won't count.
Where do you see
I guess,
that?
Why are they taking it?
I think Shamon has put his foot down and said, "What are you guys doing?"
Is this really match?
Yo.
This might be match fixing.
Yo.
Where did he write that in? General chat?
Coach's chat. You know, we can't leak too much. We can't leak too much.
No, you leaked it already. Like, I'm gonna just show it because goddamn. Whoa. Bossman himself coming in with the
Bossman himself said that they weren't taking that match serious.
Okay, we need some investigation on that.
The refs have to look at it closely. Wow, 10 goals. They got double digits.
Chat, I mean, shout out Atini in chat. Atini said it in chat. He thought it was kind of match fixing. Even if we could count that 16-0, like I said, and I still think it wouldn't matter. Especially, again, Impact has a tougher schedule by far with these 2 games in the middle. These other 2 maybe DQs, forfeits, but nonetheless, crazy game, a crazy match day of D1. Probably our craziest of the season, which is, I mean, again, it's late on, Junie, but still entertaining to say the least. Sai, first day on, talk us through how you enjoy. I mean, I wish this was my first day. Fuck.
I think I did all right for my first time.
I think you did more than all right.
Great games tonight. Honestly, the game between Chill Guys and NHF was
stunner.
One to watch for sure. The 3-1 comeback. You know, you thought the game was over. NHF had it, but you know you can't count out Chill Guys. Perfect game.
Yeah. And it may decide the standings.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Wake up this morning, roll out the ears before me start yawning.
Yes, people, we are back in Super League. We'll be back tomorrow, as y'all just seen, Monday, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm here with my brother, Landline. Junie will be joining us shortly. Landline, how are you doing, my? I should end on this note alone. I shall end. I'm not gonna lie.
What happened?
Rage baited? Let me know. No, I'm just kidding. They're trolling me on stream, chat. You know, Landline.
Oh, are they?
It'd be like that. You feel me?
What are they saying?
when we don't have any pro clubs to watch, they're saying I'm looking like a gangster. If this man was looking at me, I'd be scared. I was outside by the beach all day. This is my post beach fit. You know, I've been burnt by the sun. I'm high. You know, I had a little substance in me. You know what I mean? I just want to watch some pro clubs and catch a vibe, and we can't even do that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, I mean, at that point, chat, like 40, 50 minutes in, much love. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're in the jungle, people. People, we are back for another Super League special broadcast, people. The play-ins have started. I'm here with Landline and my brother Junie. We are locked in live and direct from the QG headquarters, trying to get you guys some games. League phase, which was only 8 matches. Again, I don't know if we can actually look at the standings here because this is like a different website, but nonetheless, the top 8 or 10 potentially went through. Google, correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have these play-ins, the first leg of the play-ins starting tonight, and then we have the continuation of that leg 2 Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Maybe the most interesting, I would say, is Little Kahara's Medellin. Can't really pick a winner. Definitely an even matchup when we look at this game. Again, All-Star United versus FC Dragonfire. Both teams really trying to pick up form when they need to in this kind of Super League. So it does look like Little Kahara's versus Medellin Cartel is kicking off.
Up against Little Kahara 1-0, 12th minute.
Breakthrough here. As we see a missed tackle by Dragonfire. Can All-Star United capitalize? Nope, they do not. 87th minute is still 1-1. And it's looking like it's going to be a nail biter here. Very fast-paced game, though.
We see Little Kahara's finally getting a goal here, tying it up 1-1 into these games Wednesday. We'll see if some of these teams from today that kind of forfeited will be able to join us back and be able to put up a team. Speaking of that, we actually have, I believe it's Dr. Lung, SB Dr. Lung from Fantasy 11. How are you doing, my G?
I just wish there was like at least 2 games, a night. But other than that, it's good. It's basically like my first league I run as a manager. So most of the players that I got, we'll just like we played together, or a couple players played together. So it's like we just connect. We don't even run on practice, no BYOTs. We just get in for a league game and we go like that. Even though sometimes it would be better if we get a little bit more chemistry sometimes.
I mean, yeah, that chemistry is important, especially against some of these top level teams. Now, your teams basically, we're not sure what War Pigs is going to do, but obviously 3-0 advantage going into Wednesday, depending on if they show up. You're all but in the round of 16. Do you have any kind of predictions on how far your team's going to make it?
I'm not going down my team. I'm going to say final for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's like they got egos, but they don't want to show their egos. It's crazy out here. It's like we on Rodeo Drive, but we on not Rodeo Drive. We in some bootleg back alley. Regardless, I'm enjoying my time here. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. I appreciate Junie, Landline for joining me tonight. Shout out the staff working behind the scenes, the board, the players, the coaches, all that. We'll be back Wednesday. Shout out Ghoul, of course. Ghoul holding it down as usual. 11 p.m. Wednesday. We'll see you then, people. A lot to play for still.
This the theme music for the prize stretches. Whip up. Whip 5-5. I got 5 extra.
Chat, we are back for another night of Super League. I'm here joined with my brothers Junie and Landline for basically the last day of Super League play-ins. We saw a lot of action on Monday, Junie. Continuing that today.
No, we did. There was a lot of action on Monday. We've seen a lot of competition, some good wins, some unfortunate forfeits. We won today. Can't lie, very exciting stuff.
I'm skipping ahead. You feel me, Landline? I'm skipping ahead. You know, we still got D1. Matter of fact, the final day, match day of D1, a winner is going to be crowned today. Will it be Chill Guys? Will it be Impact FC? Definitely a lot of storylines, a lot of narratives in play on this final day of the season. Again, if you guys aren't hip, let's just preview it as we're waiting for these kind of games to queue up. Season 2 details has been announced, so if you're not in the server, make sure to join up. Sign-ups open tomorrow. You know, if you want to just, don't tell anyone I told you this, but if you want to just, you know, sneak in there now, open a ticket, you know, no one's gonna smite you down from the sky and tell you don't do that. So just maybe get ahead. There's a lot of money on the line for next season. Here again, rescheduled matchup. Chill Guys versus Icon 11. Very, very important matchup. Chill Guys basically control their own destiny with the goal differential in their favor. Just kind of need to win out. Icon 11 sitting in 5th place. I mean, you kind of hinted at. I think the teams have kind of been a little bit lax and on ease. We've seen it the entire season. Obviously, our reschedule and our forfeit rules very lax, and you know, compared to some of the other servers, I said it from early on. We don't really push for forfeits or DQs. We want all the teams to play. We don't want anything like that to be an issue. But I feel like it's been taken advantage of in this first season, and there will be a good significant amount of changes related to that. We may never see reschedules ever again in season 2.
So Icon 11 doing it.
Yeah, I was about to fall asleep. You know, looking like Premier League footy right now. Just
That's-
simple passes, but we finally got something on the board. Shoot.
Come on now. Landline's been mostly watching Super League and D2, so he's been blessed with the, you know, the high scoring fixtures, you know, the more entertaining. This D1 is a next step up in competition, so obviously tighter contested matchups, especially with all these forfeits that have happened late on in the season. But again, based on this result, this puts a lot of impact, or not a lot of impact, a lot of pressure on Chill Guys to kind of, again, see how their other results go. Chill Guys early on in the game, again, we didn't catch the goal, but basically dominated possession and were looking like the more dominant team. So again, didn't make anything happen, no end product. It's going to end in a corner kick, but they are going to drop points here, guys, which again is going to be very, very crucial when it comes down to who wins this league today.
All right.
Go in with most hated and mythic, still 0-0 as well. Off of that game, trying to check out and see if potentially our match of this first round of fixtures has started, and it does look like it has. Impact FC currently up 2-0. Big result as of right now, again, putting more pressure on Chill Guys because the reschedule would have put them even in the table, right? We're still waiting on this Impact Road to Glory result, but I'm pretty sure last time we checked in, it was Impact up 2-0. It looks like friendly chat. So we're still waiting on the most hated, no hard feelings Majisco as well. Obviously, a little less impact for lack of better terms, and no pun intended, but the top, I believe the league has been decided just like that, guys. Impact FC are the winners. Still have obviously some more fixtures left, chat. So don't leave us yet. Super League still later on. Pinky from Impact. Pinky, how are you doing, my good brother?
Guys,
another day. I mean, we basically saw a shock upset and basically a swing of results, and really the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season has been, I mean, Hollywood almost, right? Just drama, cinema, complete cinema, and you guys end up winning it all today. How does it feel to obviously compete over this time period and against these top teams and really be crowned the winner?
Well, it feels great winning the league, and like every game is super competitive. Yeah, it was just a crazy shit because we thought we sold.
Right. I'm not gonna lie, brother. I thought I was last week on the broadcast saying, hey man, they got 2 ties today. Junie, Landline, they can remember they might lose it here because of these 2 ties. But again, a lot coming down to the line and you guys still managing to pull it off.
Oh, well, I was just saying that we've been playing so good these past week. Like, it was all competitive games. Where we're just communicating, and we're all saying that we're going to win the league. And looking now, we won it.
All right, brother. Much love again. Appreciate you joining us. Again, appreciate your team showing up night in and night out as well.
For sure, bro. Sign us up for next season, bro. We'll be there.
Sign us. I mean, that
Yes,
transition.
sir.
Much love, Picky, but that transition us. Well, we're here again. D1 last match day. Shout out them boys at Impact FC. Just won it and held it down. No, we're not leaking, but we're just currently tuned in with Majisco again, up 1-0 here against Mythic. At least one or two rescheduled matches after this second round of games, but nonetheless, the table all but cemented, guys. Yo, Jamaican.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How you doing, my good brother? You all right?
Man.
Talk to us. How you feeling, man?
It's weird because we're in a situation where we're further back in the league, and like obviously Impact were I think 8 points clear of us at some point, and like we brought it all the way back, and just to lose it on the last game day obviously hurts.
We talked to you early on in the season. Obviously, you weren't content with anything other than winning the league, so obviously a little bit disappointed, as you should be, but nonetheless, you guys started strong, ended just as strong, just a little bit short. What do you think would have kind of made the difference? Was it something, a few ties along the way? Like what happened that could have potentially changed the standings?
The game day, I remember where I feel like, points were dropped or we potentially could have lost the league was, I think we played Mythic and No Hard Feelings. And that game day, we got 0 points, and it's due to a lag out, and we had a bunch of our backups, and like that was just a bad time for us. If we'd have just got a 3 points that game day, this game wouldn't have even mattered. And right now, I'm just still thinking about that game day.
Keeping the way you guys strategize your Super League team with the way you strategize your D1 team, mainly because you're so successful in D1 that we realize that you have so much player switches or different players on your Super League team. Want to figure out how you're able to still remain consistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. Consistency is what really, I guess you can say, separates the mid tier to the top teams. If you like consistently perform the same way, and you guys play together, like it definitely helps. Chemistry is a big thing, and a big part of like, how successful a team could be.
Yeah, facts. No, we see it lifetime.
Yeah, we definitely have seen that throughout the season. So we salute you, Jamaican, and your team. Definitely trying to build on that chemistry as you spoke on for season 2 and potentially, change the fortunes of this season, albeit second place isn't nothing to, slouch over. That's still very respectable. So don't
Still big up yourself, brother. Come on now.
Sir. Respect, brother. Appreciate your time, Jamaican, as always. So kind of solidify, I believe, the standings with this last result, Icon 11 versus Mythic 11. The 2 11s, Junie, you said a little bit of good luck.
11-11. We're going to see who comes out on top.
Not to glaze myself, but I said it the entire season. A team that can truly beat anyone. And I feel like Icon has been in a similar place. Obviously, we talked to Yusuf, their team wanted a little bit more.
Tough decision. You got to make that tough decision for the team.
It's all business, man. When it's kind of business, man, there's no friends in this. I mean, yeah, you can all joke and laugh, but the business comes first. And you guys may be good with each other, but maybe attached towards the rest of the team. So you got to coach and manager have to make a tough call. So it all comes down to what works best for the overall team. Just remember, I know what's ahead of the club.
We see Icon getting a late goal here at the end of the half to make it 1-1, all square.
Yeah, I did see that.
And then when you look over at the Super League side, it kind of reverses. Icon 4th, Mythic 5th. So both of these teams right next to each other in both competitions.
It shows that they're very
what
even.
What a
goal.
cheeky goal. You saw the handling there.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That's a lot of points. That's a highlight-worthy goal.
Games live and direct here, so stay tuned. We may go on a slight intermission, but as it's just been released in the server, I also want to bring all the people the kind of update on the Champions League or playoff kind of standings. Junie, I can send it to you if you need, but just so we at the same thing.
Yes.
But as of right now, these are kind of who's going to go through into the Champion League standings. You know, I rate everyone on Cheese Doodle as well, but come on now. Some of these teams in the Super League, we talked a little bit about it earlier, truly super teams. And you know, if your roster isn't up to par, then I don't see.
It could be very devastating.
Yeah, exactly. We saw a lot of earlier results coming in 10-0s, you know, and left early. And just like we tune into this Medellin Cartel Little Cahars game, 0-0 right now. Obviously, Cheese Doodle going into halftime 3-1. Little Cahars, as we just saw, Medellin Cartel at 0-0. Still, it should be the second half here. And like Junie hinted at, FC Dragonfire, it sounds like taking the lead, right? And as we see that, I think we see someone on Lord Turkey scoring, matter of fact. And I believe that would be Medellin Cartel. If Ivan wins, we might have to get him in. That's the only, you know, certain people won't air me and won't act Hollywood if I ping them. So, no, we got to take advantage of that, Junie. You feel me?
And I want to see 2 more from Turkey tonight.
I mean, Turkey, again, another player or maybe part of another team. Obviously, part of Matchwk. We know them, and no disrespect to Matchwk, known to be a little inconsistent, but Lord Turkey definitely picked it up late in the season, Junie. After he kind of maybe the all-star snub, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe some of that played a part, you know what I mean? And he turned up from there. I mean, I think this is another matchup too. All these players across the board are very familiar with each other, Junie. We saw Pro Man on both teams. Pro Man actually scored in the first leg, right? So Pro Man was on Little Cahars, on Medellin Cartel to start, and then he moved over to Little Cahars. So very interesting.
Fire game still 1-1.
Yo, my bad. Okay, we back. We have Ivan joining us from Medellin Cartel. We just watched the game against Little Cahars, Ivan. I mean, impressive victory there. Very definitive over those 2 legs. Obviously, the first leg splitting in a draw, but you guys kind of sealing the deal with 2 goals from Lord Turkey. Talk us through that.
Yes, sir, man. Obviously, leg 1, we didn't have the lineup I wanted. Unfortunately, we didn't have the players we wanted, but obviously, leg 2 we did, and we came out with the W, so I'm very happy.
Ivan, you joined us early on and you said you were trying to just figure out those pieces and really just put the right players in the right spot and really enhance your current lineup early on. Some of the results not going your way, but obviously this result going your way and advancing you guys into this next round against some of the tougher competition. How do you kind of gauge your team going into this next round?
I have high standards, you know. We got a new striker joining us, Lord Turkey. Obviously did really good today.
Yes.
Got 2 goals for us, and I think he got a goal last leg too. So pretty happy about that. And our defense, we also got Aaron. We picked him up, and honestly, we looked a lot better in the defense as well. So I'm just very excited for the next leg.
No, facts. It was easily able to see the difference between the games, and you guys able to make sure everything's on point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and as I said, you talked about it early on when we first brought you on, making the right changes to kind of really make a difference in your team and really get you guys the results. So looking forward to what you guys do for the rest of the competition. Any last words going into this next round? Whoever you guys face, obviously kind of a warning sign. You guys building up form, picking up form in the right time of the competition.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who we face, but with this team that we have right now, I'm very excited. And I think, honestly, we could be any team right now.
True.
For FC Dragonfire, able to get a nice goal near the end of the game.
Wow.
Winning it 2-1 against All-Star United. Not going to lie, that was a well-needed win for them.
Yeah, and they'll advance 3-2 on aggregate to the next round, just like Medellin Cartel. So all but this last kind of match in play, we saw Cheese Doodle taking the win, I believe, as well. So
Yes,
LA
sir.
United up right now, just like they were the first leg, 1-0 against the worst stack, Junie. So
Great stuff for LA United. Able to step it up and be able to catch a lead. A lead
right before the halftime.
Oh, you're just seeing it. Yeah, right before the halftime. I was like, ooh, that's the game I thought you were talking about. I was like, ooh.
Cured. They'll just kind of be seeing who they get matched up against, right? And knowing, hey, and we see a big goal coming in for LA United to just, again, pad their advantage.
Ooh, got away with a yellow. LA United able to get some good positioning after that foul from.
Kind of running away with it now. Again, up heavy on aggregate, all but into the next round, Junie.
Blah blah blah. Now we're gonna send you on the blooper reel.
Junie gonna get me talking now. I feel like I'm the biggest content creator in the server, but that's another.
Come on, we see your clips. We see your clips in the recaps.
Come on now. If I start talking like that, they're gonna be like AT Hollywood. So it's all good.
Nah. I'll be like, yeah, AT Hollywood, and y'all not. Stay in the bottom, you peasants, you pagans.
Nah. We stay humble, brother. We stay humble. We enjoy our time.
I'll let you guys get eaten by lions in the jungle. Don't do it. Don't let me get on my time. Yo, I can't wait for Casual League, bro. I can't wait. Yo, shout out Shamson, bro. Shout out Gaffer, bro.
I mean,
come on.
That's how we'll end it, people. Shout out Sham. Shout out the board. Shout out, I mean, all the people involved. Staff, Ghoul, Pro Man helped today as well. Juke. You know what I mean? All the execs, all the people working behind the scenes to make this shit happen for the casual people, to competitive people, to everyone, to us, making our job easier on the broadcast. So shout out all those people behind the scenes. If I miss your name, shout out to you. You know, we had a few people joining that do stats. Ivan does stats. Cetro, you know what I mean? You got big man, my striker, Flawlix, of course. You know what I mean? Salute the general himself as well. You know, you have plenty of people that help across all spectrums of the server that wouldn't make things like this possible, and the competitions that we're hosting and giving out money for possible. So salute to those people. I mean, what more can we say?